Hey guys, so September has finally come and gone, and we are now in the glorious month of October, the time just before it gets super duper cold wherever it is that you live, and you have an excuse to eat lots of candy and dress up like mythical beasts or your favorite characters or whatever, and it's the season of Halloween, probably one of my favorite holidays like ever. I really love Halloween, and Halloween is such a great holiday and just a great season, and it's so much fun for everybody, but that's not the focus of this video. Halloween isn't the only thing that comes with October, and what I mean when I say this is that with October comes Inktober, and if you don't know what Inktober is, it is a challenge created by Jake Parker where basically you draw an illustration every single day in ink. And there's actually been a lot of controversy revolving around Inktober recently, so I'm not gonna get into it or express my opinion very much, other than the idea that it's a fun challenge, and while there are rules that Jake Parker set up for the challenge, you can shape it in any way that allows you to participate and have the most fun with it and ultimately improve as an artist. So that's my 2 cents on the issue. I'm not going to get into it any further or talk about it in great detail, but a topic that I have seen in videos revolving around Inktober this year and last year is the concept of motivation versus discipline, and how you need a combination of both in order to get through challenges like Inktober. So this is actually my first year actually participating in Inktober. I was honestly considering not even doing it this year due to everything I've got going on, but literally I decided to join in at the very last second, and so here I am doing Inktober in my little hardbound sketchbook that I got from my school's stationery shop. I'm posting all of my Inktobers on my Twitter, so if you want to go check them out, you can follow me there and give them a look. But at the end of the month, I will be doing an Inktober flip through, so if you're excited about that, then you won't have very long to wait. But anyways, regarding motivation versus discipline, the biggest issue that a lot of people have with challenges that span over long periods of time, like a month or 2 months, is not doing their sketches or giving up on the challenge like a quarter of the way, halfway, or even 3/4 of the way through the challenge, and just overall just not finishing it because they don't feel motivated to finish. And while I admit there are some legitimate reasons why a person may not be able to finish a challenge, family issues, work, personal life and whatnot, those are valid reasons to, have to give up on the challenge a little bit earlier than maybe you had hoped to. But I know a lot of artists around my age and a little bit older who have done Inktober but never really saw it through to the end, and most of the time when I ask them why they never finished it, their main reason more or less sums up to, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. And I feel that's kind of a major flaw that artists have regarding their work, in that art is viewed as a purely creative and a purely, motivation-based craft. You see artists, creative artists who create beautiful works, and people talk about, you know, how motivated they are to you know, do their work, and how, you know, motivated they are to do whatever it is that they do, and they have all this motivation, and that's great. And some people are extremely motivated, you know, to do art and to do what they love. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand is that the reason why an artist is successful is not necessarily because they're motivated or they're feeling creative. It's because they're disciplined. And what I mean when I say that they're disciplined is that they're drawing no matter what. They're always working on improving their artistic skills, no matter, you know, what day of the week it is or what time it is, or, you know, regardless of how they're feeling too, you know. I feel like the artists who, you know, buckle down and draw even if they have, you know, they feel absolutely no motivation to draw whatsoever, those are the kinds of artists that, you know, end up being successful and end up being, you know, very, very skillful in what they do, because like with anything, they worked and they worked and they worked, even if some days they didn't feel like working. And that's kind of where challenges like Jake Parker's Inktober or even Holly Brown's Sketchbook Slam challenge come into play. And what I mean when I say this is that these challenges are created in order to help people get their butts in gear regarding their art and regarding their, you know, the consistency with which they draw. And it kind of, you know, leaks into the topic of quantity versus quality, which is a topic that I'll be spending another entire video talking about, but for today, let's stick with motivation and discipline. Where was I even going with this? Overall, what I'm trying to say is that Inktober is a challenge that relies predominantly on an artist's discipline and an artist's ability to sit down at their desk or on their bed or on the floor or wherever it is, you know, you like to draw, and just drawing and, you know, sketching their illustration first, or inking it right away, or doing whatever it is you do. It doesn't really matter how you finish the drawing, if you sketch it first or if you go in with ink, or even if you end up coloring it. All that matters is that every single day you're sitting down and you're working on an illustration that's ultimately going to help you improve as an artist. And I think the reason why so many people give up halfway through these kinds of challenges is that they aren't disciplined, you know? They'll wake up one day and then they'll think, oh, I don't feel motivated to do my sketches, so I'm not going to do them. But while that may be okay for the challenge, you know, there's no one forcing you to post, you know, a sketch every day or to even do a sketch every day or whatever, but ultimately, if you want to make it as an artist and you want to build a portfolio and, you know, and this can be applied to anything. If you want to do anything and be successful at it, you have to work hard and you have to work consistently at it, improving your skills and just making yourself better at whatever it is you want to do. There's no way to get better and to improve yourself unless you work consistently on the things that you need to work on. I know a lot of kids from my art class in high school, or even, you know, before that, they would go on and on and on about how, you know, much better, you know, so-and-so is than they are because, you know, they're naturally talented, when in reality, so-and-so draws constantly every single day. They've filled up, you know, dozens of sketchbooks, you know, in the past, and they've drawn so much that their skills were able to improve at such a rapid rate. And it's honestly amazing how much people tend to disregard, you know, consistent hard work, and instead chalk it up to natural talent, as though, you know, hard work doesn't do anything for you, or, you know, it isn't as valuable as natural talent. Honestly, I think anyone can be a successful artist if they work hard enough and they work consistently. So, long story short, challenges like Inktober were meant to, they were created with the intent of kindling an artist's discipline by more or less forcing them to draw and ink an illustration every single day, even on days where they didn't feel like it. And the artists who are able to complete Inktober and to get an illustration out every day, even if it isn't their best work, they're still ultimately going to improve faster and become better artists than people who rely solely on motivation. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this topic. I know I was a little rambly, and I also understand that what I'm drawing has nothing to do with the prompt for today, but I felt like drawing a dark castle alleyway with a candle. So yeah, that's my reasoning for that. Anyways, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Because it's Inktober, all of my Thursday art videos will be of an Inktober sketch. So for the next 3 Thursdays until October is over, I'll be working in my little sketchbook on my Inktober sketches. So you will be able to have a sneak peek of those sketches. If you're not followed on my Twitter, you'll be able to see all of them, but at the end of the month I will be doing a full flip through and explanation of these sketches, so look forward to that. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I come out with new videos every single week. And as always, I will see you all next time. Bye!